JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 30th of March 2021. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, some of the charts that we looked at yesterday, some new ones. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos. Oh, and by the way, I do apologize for the little kind of wrong image here, wrong picture. Should be with 6 GMT, so 600. So yeah, but that will get updated later on. But of course, yeah, this is the new time for these videos. So 6 o'clock GMT time. Also, quick mentioning of our JFD website, jfdbank.com. You can always check us out here and reach us out here on the research page. Which I believe you can find very useful, as we do provide various analysis, various fundamental and technical analysis, daily, separate stocks, separate indices, commodities, and currencies. So, yep, feel free to check us out right here. Now, jumping into the charts, guys. The first one I want to pick up here is Nikkei 225. The index is, let's say, on the modest side right now, because the index did remain above the 21-day EMA. So yep, in a way that's kind of a positive here, but it's struggling with this 29,520 territory, no, 519, 520, approximately around here. So yeah, in order to go for some higher levels, we need to see a strong push above this. But for now, it's not really doing much, so we're still waiting for that push above this barrier. If we do get that, then yes, we'll go for some slightly higher levels. I'm not going to drag this one way too much to the upside initially. I'm just going to aim for the 30,297 territory first, or maybe even just for this high, the highest point of March, and that's roughly around the 30,485. But again, like I said, we'll get to that point if we get a push above this 29,519 territory. For the downside, it needs to break of this upside line drawn from the low of the 22nd of December, and then a drop below the 28,325, 26 territory, somewhere around here. Quick update on Shanghai Composite, still struggling with this 3,460 territory, so that's what I need. I need to see a break of that. Ideally, a daily close above that area would be nice. But at the moment, I'm just kind of observing the price action here, so I'm not really doing much, because as I said, I need that push above that barrier first. Now, Nasdaq 100, and here the situation is still a little bit on the difficult side, I would say, because we remained below the downside line here, taken from the high of the 16th of February. You can see that yes, we did push higher yesterday, but it's still, yeah, kind of ended the day slightly in the red, near this 21-day EMA. Although yes, we were still below this downside line. To be honest, we're not really jumping into those shorts, because again, for me, I would prefer to see a daily close below the 12,758 territory here before, let's say, targeting some lower areas. But at the moment, yep, it is a bit of a difficult one. The cash index is currently trading at around 12,933 territory, so not far, or actually slightly below where it closed yesterday. Jumping into German index, the DAX, and here, well, the DAX did push further north after hours, and if we take a look at the cash index right now, we'll see that the price is trading at around 14,881 zone, so approximately around there. Now, let's put it this way: if the index continues to trade above this 14,804 zone, which I've mentioned yesterday, by the way, and I said to you guys that if we stay above this area, then there is a good chance for this one to move further north, and it did move further north. But let's put it this way: if we do see maybe a small little corrective move here lower, as long as it stays above this 14,804 zone, then yes, we'll still will remain comfortable with the upside. If it falls below it, well, I mean, we could start looking at maybe some slightly lower areas here, but this move lower could still be seen, or should I say, anything up until this upside line could still be seen as a temporary correction here before another possible leg of buying. So keep that in mind. If you want to get a little bit more excited with the downside, then, well, you need to wait for a break of this upside line and drop below this 21-day EMA, excuse me, and then yes, we could go lower from there. The FTSE 100, haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but yeah, I mean, you can see we're still kind of stuck here, and the reason why I haven't been picking up on this one, because I mean, it's quite interesting. It seems that it wants to go higher, but the stronger pound is in the way. So first of all, let me get rid of some of these lines here. Haven't looked at this one for quite a while. So, but you can see that somehow this 66.77 territory is providing decent support. So yeah, I mean, if you want to go for some higher levels, well, wait for a push above that 6,802 territory here. If we get a push above this, then this will confirm, well, a slight kind of higher high here, and my next target will be this highest point of January, or the current highest point of this year, and then we could go for some higher levels. If we take a look at the cash index right now, we'll see that the price is trading at around 6,764 mark. So above yesterday's close, but still below the 6,802 zone. So not far from there, but still below it. So yep, we need that push. We need that move above this barrier in order to get a little bit more excited with the upside. For now, I'm just gonna kind of lay low here and continue observing the price action. DXY, so pushing higher, breaking this downside line taken from the high of the 25th of September, and yeah, continues to trade above this, above the downside line, above the 200-day EMA, above this 92.80 zone. So in a way, everything's kind of pointing to the upside. So let's see if we can actually go ahead and reach the 93.21 zone, approximately around here, marked by the high of the 11th of November. If we can reach that, then yes, that's wonderful. Great news for the buyers, but yeah, then do not exclude a possibility maybe of seeing something like this, maybe a small little corrective move back down, and then a push back to the upside here. For the downside, I need to see a break of this upside line and then a drop below the 92 territory. Gold is drifting lower, and it's falling below the should I say it fell below the 1719 territory. I spoke about this level yesterday, and I said that if we get a drop below this area, and basically the descending triangle formation kind of did prove itself to be the case. Yeah, we dropped below the 1719 zone. We've tested this other target in the 1704, and now it seems that gold wants to kind of push further south. Now, if DXY will continue the journey north, then yes, expect gold to move below the 1704 territory, where it's currently finding very good support, and then the next target here could be this upside support line drawn from the low of the 20th of May of 2019, guys, and then we'll pick it up from there. Now Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is climbing higher. It's testing the upper bound of the falling channel pattern, and this is what I said to you guys recently yesterday. And I said that if we need that break, we need that stronger push above that upper side of the falling channel in order to get a little bit more excited with the upside. But as you can see, we've got to close, or yesterday's candle stayed kind of just bang on that downside line. So again, now today we're seeing the kind of the candle opening outside of this pattern, and in a way this kind of increases the chances for a further move higher here. We'll initially aim for the all-time high, which is roughly around the 61,700 mark. But if that gets cleared, well, of course, welcome to the new all-time high. And welcome up to the uncharted territories. Now, if you look at the monthly chart, and this is what I wanted to show you quickly, I mean, you'll see this insane madness. I mean, look at this. We thought in 2017 and the beginning of 18 that this was a massive explosion, but look at this one. I mean, of course, don't get me wrong, the higher it goes, the harder the fall. I mean, I'm not trying to be a pessimist here, but I'm trying to be a realist. Eventually, this will have to go down, but again, currently there's still no indication of when it would like to kind of reverse to the downside here. So that's why for now it's kind of just one-way traffic. Ethereum, very quickly on this, so broke the downside line here, taken from the high of the 13th of March, so in a way everything's kind of now pointing nicely to the upside here. My next target is the 1942 territory, marked by the highest point of March. If we test that area, if we reach that area, then I'll take it from there. Maybe we could be forming here a possible ascending triangle, who knows, but again, I'm not gonna rush into anything for now. I'm just as long as I'm just aiming for the upside. As long as the let's say the rate trades above this downside line, I'll continue aiming to the upside. And also, of course, as long as it continues to trade above this upside line as well, drawn from the low the 23rd of March, then yes, I'll continue aiming higher. I need to see a break of this upside line before, let's say, considering a move lower. Now, jumping into AUD/JPY. So yeah, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, and for now, I would say it's pushing nicely to the upside. So after finding good support here last week near the 82.28 zone, the pair started moving nicely to the upside. It got back above the 21-day EMA, so everything's looking quite interesting here for the buyers. Now, you can see that it's slowly climbing already above this 84 territory, and then everything's kind of, like I said, looking quite positive. So my next target here will be, let me just adjust this very quickly. So my next target will be this current highest point of March near the 85.45 level, and then I'll take it from there, guys. For now, like I said, that's the game plan, and yeah, let's see how this is going to play out here. Of course, some of you maybe are thinking of a possible, maybe a possible kind of head and shoulders pattern here, with the neckline being this one. Could be, but again, until we see, let's say, a reversal somewhere around here and a move back down towards this the proposed kind of the supposedly neckline. We cannot really kind of assume that, so yeah, be very careful with that idea. So yeah, I do apologize for my voice a little bit, guys. I mean, so yeah, not really, let's say, is the best sounding voice today, but nevertheless, hope we can power through this. Now, jumping into a USD/CHF here. So USD/CHF, as I've spoke about this one yesterday. Basically, the pair is still stuck. It's stuck between these two levels, and I need to see a nice good push above the 0.9418 territory in order to get a little bit more excited with the upside, because we did have recently already kind of a decent up move, so maybe a bit of a A bit of a push here may bring more buyers into the game, because this would confirm a forthcoming higher high. And yep, our next targets would be the 0.9468 zone, or the 0.9494 level, which is the highest point of July of last year. And then yes, we could take it from there. For the downside, we need to see a break of this upside line in order to start looking at some lower areas. Now, oh, by the way, in terms of the economic calendar, guys, today, so of course, keep your eyes on some of the preliminary inflation figures here. We have the German ones coming out today. We have the consumer confidence from the Eurozone, and of course the consumer confidence, CB consumer confidence from the US later on. So as well. So keep that let's put it this way: keep that on the chart, on the charts. Well, on the calendar. So yeah, and well, let's see how that's going to impact the market. But again, for now, for example, the consumer confidence, the U.S. one, is expected to come out on the nicer side. Let's say I believe the previous one was at 91.3. This one is expected at 96.9. So yeah, good potential kind of. If the number comes out anything above even the forecast, well, we could see kind of risk on environment staying for a while. So consumer confidence in Europe, it's kind of flat. I mean, it's expected to come out at the same, minus 10.8. If it comes out below that, or then, well, I mean, or should I say, worse than the forecast, then, well, we might see maybe a small little setback in the European equities. But then, if, like I said, if the US one picks up, then maybe we'll have a nice little U-turn and a push higher. So keep that in mind. Jumping into another pair here very quickly, USD against the Turkish lira. I spoke about this one, and of course, so far the issues in Turkey continue, and as you can see here, by its currency, which is kind of heavily devalued against its major counterparts. And here in US dollar is kind of is very strong against the Turkish lira. From the technical side, I said to you guys previously that if we get a push above the 8.05 territory, somewhere around here, and we stay above it, then yes, of course, this increases the chances for a further move north. For now, what I'm targeting here is this recent spike near the 8.47 territory, roughly around here. That's going to be my next target. So let's see if we can reach that, and then we'll take it from there, guys. Now jumping into JPY, so the pair is trading nicely above this 150.79 territory. Now previously I spoke about this little idea where we thought maybe we'll have a nice little rebound from this upside line, but as you can see, we came close to it and then reversed back to the upside after finding support near the 148.53 territory. Now the pair is seems to be willing to move further north. So as long as it stays above this 150.79 territory, we'll continue aiming for that highest point of March, which is roughly around the 152.55 level. And slightly above that, we do have another little area here which could be tested. And that's the high of the 26th of April of 2018, guys. So keep that on the chart for yourselves. Okay, so now coming back to the charts here, guys. Basically, for the downside, again, if suddenly this one starts falling back below this 150.79 territory and then falls below the 21-day EMA, now that's where we could maybe consider a bit of a corrective move here towards that upside line. But of course, if this upside line gets broken, then we see the rate falling below the 148.53 territory. Now, this is, of course, where more sellers could join in, but at the moment, guys, I mean, it's all looking quite positive. So let's see if we can get a move towards that current highest point of March. The reason why I'm saying current, because we still have one day today and one day tomorrow of trading, so anything can happen, guys. And it's, to be honest, it's not a very huge distance here for such a pair as GBP JPY. Now, Euro against the South African Rand. Now, you probably don't look at these very often, but I do like to look at these exotic pairs, these exotic combinations, because they do present themselves with nice opportunities sometimes, and you can see clearly why. I mean, looking at this picture here, you can see that the pair is approaching its very important area of support near the 17.463 level, which is the lowest point of February, and now let's see if we can actually get a drop below this. Basically the pair seems to be forming a possible kind of descending triangle here, and of course, according to all the TA rules, you know that these patterns tend to break to the downside, and if we do see that drop, and if we do see that break, and we do see that daily candle staying below this area, then yes, of course, lower levels could be met. We could then target the 16.9564 level here, approximately around here, marked by the, well, actually that's the lowest point of March of 2020, guys. Some of you maybe are seeing here a possible head and shoulders pattern here, a complex one, but yeah, for now, basically what I'm sticking here to is a potential descending triangle. Either way, guys, we need to see a break of this level. We need to see the daily candle staying below it, because what I don't want to see here is a false breakout. Quick update on Euro GBP. Now this one is flirting, and this one is annoying at the same time. Yesterday we saw the strong move below this hurdle, below this 0.8540 zone. You can see we had this strong move lower, but the bulls were strong enough to to lift the pair back up and keep it above this hurdle, above this area. Now, we're testing this area again. Let's see if the bulls actually have enough steam for driving this this kind of pair further south. But again, what I need to see here is a daily candle remaining below this hurdle. All this, that just doesn't work here for me. So that's why I'm going to be very careful with the downside. With the upside, I'm also going to be very careful. A nice push above the 0.8627, 28 zone here, and a daily candle remaining above it, then yep, could open the door towards higher levels. And finally, EURUSD. So here, the pair is moving lower. It's trading below this downside line taken from the high of the 25th of February. So we're still below the 200-day EMA. So everything's really pointing more towards the downside. We're still stuck up slightly, or should I say, actually bang on the low of last week near the 1.1762. We need to see a strong move below this in order to go for some lower areas, guys. At the moment, I'm, let's say, somewhat bearish, but I need that strong move below that area, and maybe even a drop below the 1.1745 level right here, marked by the low of the 11th of November of last year, and then yes, more sellers could join in. So guys, that's it for this session. I do apologize for my voice a little bit today, so yep, it's a little bit down, but I hope you found it useful. I hope the video you found it useful. So if you want to catch my video later on, my traders tea time is always 12:30 GMT time. That's 12:30 GMT by the new time, of course. Yeah, we'll pick up from there, and we'll pick up on some of these instruments, some new ones, and yeah, we'll see what the market has prepared for us before the US session. So that's it for today, guys. For this morning. Have a wonderful trading day. Stay safe. Always have your stop losses in place, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.